Well, Dante was actually a conglomeration of most of the men I dated in my life, and no, I'm not going to name any names. And at that time in my life, I dated a lot of scoundrels, but I also dated a lot of desirable men. And I wanted to have a character where I could put the two together, but make him so lovable all at the same time. He's surrounded by gorgeous ladies. They're perfect. They wake up in the morning and they put on all their makeup. I personally can't do that. I can't look like a supermodel every day. And part of me actually went into Fallujah. And I think because Dante was surrounded by that on a daily basis, he couldn't tell what was real anymore when it came to interacting with these women. For him, it was more of just trying to see who the real person was underneath all of that, underneath all the pretense, underneath all the makeup. And when Fallujah came in, she didn't play those games, It was just, here I am, take me or leave me. The sexual tension in the book, a lot of people ask me about that. But I felt that it was really important to actually portray that, because the way Dante was, that was something that was actually lacking in his life, because he had been with so many women, and it was all the same kind of women. There was nothing that really turned him on about these women anymore. And I just needed to show that when you find that person, the spark just never dies, and it just goes on, and it gets more intense and more intense. And yes, you do have your low periods, but when you find that right person, there's always going to be that fire and passion burning. So I really wanted to emphasize that through the whole book. My favorite scene in the book is when Dante and Fallujah had a really, really big fight. And, she was basically at the end of her tether. He had embarrassed her at work. And she was in her kitchen, doing the kitchen. And she looks up out the window, and he's there. And he just tells her to let him in. I'm currently working on the second book, follow-up in the series. Well, Dante 2 will be expected to be sizzling on the shelves early next year, and you can definitely expect it to be hotter and more intense and more suspenseful than Dante 1. It took us almost a month to find the shoes on Dante 1, and it was a lot of running around, trying on shoes, these are the shoes on the book. And it took, I think, about 10 stores, a lot of long days, a lot of long hours, until I finally put my feet in these shoes and I said, these are the one.